Hello everyone. Today is, oh no, it's February 14th, 2018. We know what day that is. The day when couples try to celebrate their love for each other and everybody else just gets mad at them because, or jealous at them because they don't have that sort of thing. So, yeah, no, welcome to today's stream, everyone. Today we're going to be playing some more Railway Empire. Then we're going to play one more scenario, I think. We're not sure if this might be the last one. But the next scenario will be the automobile. And, do have to apologize, my voice is a little bit weird. I had a... You ever get that sort of runny nose where your nose just continually produces liquid and you have to keep getting tissues? I had that yesterday, so my voice might be a little bit funny today, so I have to apologize for that. So today's scenario will be the automobile. It's set in the Midwest, so we are going back onto this map here, around Chicago and Toledo. Let's read this out. The modern construction of automobiles is revolutionizing not only industrial processes, but also the way in which people travel. Private transport is on the rise and now in direct competition with the railroad's passenger business. But the modern production center's hunger for raw materials is growing all the time. The railroads will have to adjust, but they are still of major significance. Okay. So actually we noticed the difficulty for this mission is hard. I thought it was a medium difficulty, so we might be failing this mission a bit. Before the stream though, I did go take a look at what the scenario entails. I have at least some idea about the tasks, but we will. So looking at this, and we'll keep all these things the same.
Together we shall conquer them all.
And so, I looked at the scenario tasks, and there's actually none of the tasks deal with passengers or mail. Unlike the last scenario where we had to, just really focus on that. This one is actually more about... Oh, shut up. There you go. This one is more about just getting the raw materials, and actually there are industries that produce petroleum and steel, and you're going to have to combine those to make your own cars, basically. So it's interesting that a railroad is... The goal of this is to become a automobile producer, essentially. I think for this one, I'm kind of tempted to just go with the industrialist again, because we're going to be mainly just dealing with freight in this scenario. So let's turn the music back up. And let's start it.
Personally, I'm not convinced that traveling alone in such an automobile is at all desirable. It's so much safer and more comfortable on rails. But we can also profit from it, as automobiles also require lots of raw materials. And how are they transported?
And how are they The voice actor for this game, or at least that guy, is definitely not of high quality. So I'm just going to save the game right now, so we don't have to listen to that guy's voice. We can always reload this. Actually, I will probably come back and reload it while I show you what we need to do here. So here we are in Chicago, and we have a station there already. The goals of this game, or this scenario, it's pretty simplistic in the beginning. You do have to connect 3 cities, transport 30 loads of steel and 50 loads of gasoline, and what will come apparent is you have to combine these 2 goods to produce automobiles at a car factory. So Chicago actually already has a car industry here. You can see it accepts steel and gasoline and produces these automobiles. And it's kind of like the Black Gold mission. There's actually, in Toledo, there's actually this automobile warehouse. Just like where we had to ship our oil, we want to also ship our automobiles out here so they go to the rest of the country, I'm assuming. Probably the east coast of the United States, mainly. So there's that. And then if we go look back at these tasks here, so we just have to produce automobiles and then transport them. There's some optional tasks here that are interesting. Reach a population of 200,000 in Toledo, which is quite... I don't think we've ever we've grown a city to that sort of size before. So that'll be interesting. And we also have... Oh, yeah, we gotta buy out the competitors. That's very important. And also produce 6 loads of gasoline per week. So... Now, also... I was also looking at the map before the stream. And... So there's a lot of different goods. Let's talk about steel. Steel is something that you need... I don't think we've actually really transported any steel in this game. But yeah, we need coal and iron for this. If you look on this goods map here, coal is in a couple places. There's actually a pairing of coal and iron up here. This is actually near, like near Duluth here. And there should be another one, I think, in the opposite corner of the map over here. There's our competitor again. But yeah, over these foothills, there's a bunch of coal mines here. And over here is some iron. The problem with over here, though, is because of these hills. You can see. It's like that campaign mission. We have to go through Knoxville in order to access all this. So probably not going to go to this one over here. And there's also an iron source here, so we could try to take some of that and maybe combine it with this coal mine down here. But we also have to deal for a competitor there, so I'm not sure that is also an option. But I think what I'm going to probably focus on eventually is probably this pairing here. And maybe if Duluth grows a little bit, we can build a steel industry here, and then we can transport the steel all the way down to Chicago. So before we can even do that, though, we need to actually ship other things, because our cities are not... Well, obviously we can't grow Duluth right now, and it also costs money to build an industry. So, and I think the focus should probably be on Toledo. We'll probably build, just like in the campaign mission, if you guys remember, we had a freight line that actually went from Chicago to that sugar farm, then this corn farm, and then Toledo, and we didn't have any passenger service on this line. We instead went with a passenger service and express service down in Indianapolis and then Toledo. So they each had their own dedicated lines. It was clean. It was actually much easier to manage. I think about it. But since we're also trying to focus on Toledo and make it the biggest city ever, we probably also want to connect up to some of these other things up here, and maybe connect up to Grand Rapids as well. So yeah, lots of different options. Okay. I'm going to reload the game, and then we are going to... Yeah, we're going to build our freight line. Try to get some money, so let's do that. Hopefully this guy won't talk. Okay, good. So he only talks at the very beginning of the mission. That's or when you restart it. Okay. So we are starting with a little bit more money. We got 800k. It's a bit more than the 500k that we usually had. Let's see if I can find a good... Actually, we want a regular train station here. And also here. Okay. Toledo. We'll start off with a small train station because I just want to try to establish this line first. Oh, I also have to keep in mind, I also want to try to have 2 train stations in a city. And the best way of doing that is not building right in the middle of this green circle. Because I think I remember in the tutorial, the game actually said, build it directly in that green circle, like we're in the middle of the green circle. But the problem with that is it makes it much more difficult for you to build a second station, because now you can't build just too close to the other station, basically. So for this one, I'm going to build this station on the edge if I can, and also just leaving some space for upgrades as well. So maybe like right around here. And then eventually we'll build a second station on this side here, assuming our competitor doesn't get there first. And that one will connect to probably both the Indianapolis and to Louisville and all these industries here, because I imagine we're going to try to pump all this stuff over here into Toledo as well. Oop, I better keep the game paused. Alright, time to watch me build some tracks. I know this is exciting stuff. Actually, maybe I should leave a little space for this. I'm gonna straighten it out like this. Nope, that's not how you straighten it out. So a bit of an S curve there. The one nice thing about this map is the hills are relatively innocuous. They're not crazy, at least in this part anyway. Nope. Can I select that? There we go. Actually, let me just take a look at Chicago for a sec, because I'm also suspicious of why this station's way over here. I guess it has left us space for another station, maybe in North Chicago right here. I have to think about how that's gonna work. Click that, I guess. Alright. Oh, actually, I should have not connected to that track. I should have... Kind of wasting money here a little bit. I want to connect to this one. And then the double track will come out here. Anyway, so for the folks who are, and I think most of the people who are watching probably know, I did finally make a Discord. I did send some invites out to some of the regular viewers. The Discord will be, I'm gonna make it so that it will be not just restricted to subscribers, but it'll also will also allow any regular viewers to come on. So what I mean by the definition of regular viewer is kind of up in the air, but I guess it's someone who regularly watches a stream, preferably someone who's active in chat, because then I know that person is actually there. But yeah, I will, if you want access to Discord, just go ask myself or a moderator. There's only one moderator right now, that's LD. I'll probably add maybe a couple more, because I know LD doesn't watch this stream all the time. So yeah, this Discord is just it's just a little way of keeping in touch. I'll post some notifications, just like on Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, you can also just join the Discord and you can get notifications of my schedule, when I'll be going live. And also there's some discussion in there just for people who know each other on the stream. There's a channel in there also for posting clips. Not that I get very many. And also another channel for discussing Friendly Friday sessions, which that might be a good place for maybe people like Pine, Thomas, Gods, and basically anyone else who's wants to play with us, or any of my friends basically. So instead of discussing on the MRT server Discord, or on private messages. That might be a good way of trying to organize what we're going to do next. Ooh. Okay, so there's our first line. I don't know if I have enough money. We also have a whole bunch of different new trains because we're starting in 1910. I haven't actually looked at that. Actually, let's go from Toledo first. Woo, 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 woo. Lots of woo wooing. Freight only, please. And we only have the old mod. It is a freight train, that's good. Only goes 40 miles per hour though. Okay, so we're going to try to spam that this line with as many freight trains as we can, because we have these two industries. That this train's going to go over there, and oh, that's a slow train. Let's ride it for a bit. I'm actually. Huh. Actually, if you look at that smoke coming out of the old mod. It's that is dirty. Okay. But yeah, we're going to try to clone as many of those freight trains as possible because we want to make sure that enough corn and sugar gets into both of these cities. I think Chicago does. Yeah, Chicago obviously accepts paper. Oh, hey Zambi. Thanks for coming and watching. I would consider you a regular on this channel, Zambi. So I was just announcing. I do have a Discord available, so if you... Actually, I can probably give you the invite right now. Let me just clone one more train before I do this. How do I do that? I forgot how to play. So this thing, clone. There we go. Yeah, let me get you that invite. I'm gonna pause the game for a sec here while I go do that. Copy. But I'm not sure if I can whisper people properly right now. Hold on one sec. Sorry about this, I'm just trying to get this going. Whisper. Oops. Okay, Zambi, you should have gotten a whisper to the Discord. So feel free to join. It's just a place for it's kind of going to turn into, I guess, a sub community or a spin-off community from the MRT, just for people who are on the Twitch or frequent the Twitch, and it's also for any subscribers as well. I guess this access, if you subscribe, that's pretty much going to be one of the perks. Like you'll get, if you're not a regular but you subscribe, you'll get guaranteed access to the Discord. In addition to the emotes, and which are coming, I hope, and I haven't heard from the artist yet. Okay, I want to clone this one more time. Okay, clone. Actually, just noticing. Oh, I always forget to build supply towers because I don't pay attention to that sort of stuff. I'm gonna build one. Maybe right here. And maybe another one over here as well. I'm not gonna focus on building these supply towers. Usually, to save money, you build these closer to stations so that you can share as many lines coming out of that station with one supply tower. But I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to build it in the very middle so that it doesn't block any other trains, like if we have some sort of switches or anything like that. That means we'll probably need to build more towers than we need to, but I think I'm okay with that. Okay, so all we need to do is connect to one more city by 1911, and then we should be good. I'm gonna check my personnel here. Okay, now these two I don't really need right now. Might be a good idea. I'm not sure which city though we're gonna connect to next. Louisville. We could try to. ram ourselves into the Louisvilles to prevent our competitor from trying to expand in this direction. Or we could try to get in Indianapolis first. Actually, if I recall correctly, I think there's a restriction in the game where you can't get to Louisville until you get to Indianapolis first. Because the mayor's council there wants you to do that stuff first. Want to connect to another city. Okay. We got 3 trains on our line. I am noticing how slow these trains are. They're a little bit sluggish. But yeah, I think I want to build... Let's see if we can build that express line, maybe. Let's take a look. Problem is I don't have enough money. I've already spent it all. And if I take out a bond, that'll give me... It's basically kind of like the last mission where I have to make sure I actually spend my money properly. If I take out a bond, I'll probably get another 500,000 if I take 2 of them out. Somehow I don't feel like that's quite enough for this line, I think. What we could instead do is build a line up to Grand Rapids. I'm just noticing here. So there's a meat factory, a moo processing factory in Toledo. There is a cattle farm way up here. It's kind of in an awkward place because it's on the other side of Grand Rapids. Oh, I should also build a maintenance yard. Oh, I keep forgetting all that stuff. We also got... There's also this cattle farm's a lot closer, so I think that's a better idea. We also have this grain farm here, but there's no brewery in Toledo. There's a brewery in Grand Rapids, though. So I don't know what to do. Okay, let's save the game. It's end of March. It's a pretty good 3-month first quarter there. And let's take out all the bonds, which we may not be able to pay off for quite a while. And let's see. Yeah, what I want to try to do is I want to maybe build a freight line down to Louisville, but there's this corn farm here which is not the most useful. Like, there's already a corn farm here. I think what'll be more useful is actually getting this grain and actually some of these vegetables into Toledo as well. I think I'm gonna skip. We don't need the iron right now. And that cotton might become useful if there's ever a clothing factory. Okay, I think... Yeah, we also don't have an express train unlocked. We don't... Actually, a lot of these are just freight. We don't have... Berkshire is the next express train, but it's actually quite a bit away in terms of the tech tree. Yeah, I think... Let's see if we can build 2 lines. I'm gonna build the first line up to this grain farm here. And we're gonna build... Okay, first off, we're gonna... Let's upgrade Toledo Station. And also build a maintenance yard here. So all our trains are going to originate out of here. And we'll have sufficient maintenance. I've already spent 120,000. Let's start by building... Yeah, let's build a little station here. And then we'll connect a little train up. We're gonna have to do a very tight turn here. Like this, I guess. Also trying to avoid bridges or anything like that, so this weird curve there. Do I have enough money to go to the vegetables? I'm just wondering here. See, Toledo, I think, does accept vegetables. Yep. Actually, quite a large city. So And we can also have the wheat and vegetables go to Grand Rapids if we can. I think. No, not quite. Grand Rapids is... It'll accept the wheat, but it's just small enough not to accept the vegetables. But I don't think that should stop us from stopping there as well. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade. Ooh, should I do this? I'm getting kind of greedy a little bit. We'll build a double track here. Yeah, I think I got a little greedy here because I only have 220,000 now, and I would need at least, and also have supply towers to also build, and trains. So maybe this was not a good idea. Maybe we can get the vegetables too. Or, barring that, I could have just not bother with the double track and just keep these as single track stations. So we can definitely at least extend the train up to here. I kind of want to build up to Grand Rapids though. But I have no money. So I think for now we're just going to set up this line. It's not the best. We'll fix it later. And actually, yeah, the old mod is... How much was it again? It's... Oh, mallet. What the heck is this one? Should I buy that? I'm not sure if this is a good value or not. I haven't actually looked at the mallet and seen what kind of info. I wish they'd show the info of the train, because I'm kind of buying this blindly.
Excuse me, but could you keep out of this? You're driving the price up.
So I was just going to check here. Mallet is 95,000. It's a better freight train. It's just slightly faster though. I'm not sure if that's really worth the price. And yeah, old mod is 69,000. That's quite a bit. Oh, LD says, oh no, she's back. Yeah, she seems... This competitor seems to always pop up all the time. She seems more frequent than the other ones. I remember we did have some of the other ones. We even had the scientist one time. But, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to build myself a supply tower, I guess. Actually, no, let's add some signals. As I can. Before I do that. Okay. Okay. Ragtime. Actually, not a bad musical style. Nice and simple. Okay. Unfortunately, because I feel like I definitely miscalculated here. I only have enough money for one train at the moment on this line. Pine says there's always that one person you don't want to see around. At the very least, the game devs, I have to applaud them for making such a irritating personality. The kind of person you love to hate. Okay, there's our sugar coming to Toledo, rotting the kids' teeth, and also vegetables to sort of counteract that, so they don't just eat sugar. Alright. I'm also kind of noticing some of these cities are not... A lot of these cities started off really large, but they're actually shrinking. Because I have a feeling that they didn't... They're obviously not getting the goods they need, so the trains kind of have to...
Oh no,
fill
looks
that
like
gap.
one of your trains has a problem.
No, indeed. What's wrong with that one? I mean, probably maintenance. Has to get to Toledo first before I can do that. Can we upgrade anything? Oh, okay, so by getting the mallet, we actually unlock this side of the tech tree.
Don't worry about it. Who's interested in what the tabloids say, right?
Problems in Chicago, volume of mail. I don't have any passenger services even, so she wants to waste money on that. Good on her. Conductor, we don't need a conductor right now. Because we're only a freight-only service. As I was saying, so because we got the mallet, we did unlock this part of the tech tree. What does this do? Reduces weekly costs for train personnel by 20%. Personnel in this game is not the most expensive thing. I don't even have any personnel right now. But it does allow us to unlock, or at least proceed to unlock the Berkshire, which is, looks to be the first express train of this era. That'll be something good to unlock. If we go the other direction, it's kind of weird, in order to unlock the bottom part of this tech tree, we have to actually go get the Mikado first and then down here. This is mostly improving passenger and mail service. Oh, actually we just got 200. So we can't get the Mikado anyway, so we do have to unlock this first anyway. And then we could get the Berkshire, or we could wait for this one. Oh, that's a good one. Mass production. Reduce the purchase prices of new locomotives by 15%. We're definitely getting this one because these locomotives are expensive. And I think I'm not going to build any more lines at this point. We're just going to add more freight trains on both of these lines. And try to max them out. Max out our infrastructure. So we can maximize our profit. And by maximizing our profit, we get more money. And by more money, then we can build more lines and do more stuff. I just really hope our competitor down here doesn't expand. If she expands to Indianapolis, I'm going to get pissed off. If she expands to Toledo, I'm going to be super pissed off because that means we can't build a second station, which I think we definitely need if we're going to feed all these goods into Toledo. He says, and eventually, the world. The world. Yes, the world is my oyster. I want to build trains all over the place. If I was dictator of the world, that's something I would do. I would force America to actually adopt high-speed rail for once. And, you know, I wouldn't go as far as, like, say, banning cars or anything, because I know it's an important way of getting around there, but a lot of the reasons why people don't like public transit or trains or that sort of thing is really political. It's also like, there's also some social reasons for it, like people have this perception that trains or transit are like, you know, are for the poor or for the marginalized. So I think we've had this discussion before at some point. I remember that. Okay, let's clone our train, getting our vegetables. I think, yeah, so we'll clone one. We'll have 2 trains on this line. We'll wait till we get more money for maybe a 4th train on this Chicago to Toledo line. And then maybe I'll finally expand this line to Grand Rapids so that we can at least feed grain into Grand Rapids. And now I'm seeing in chat, oh dear, there seems to be some sort of debate about economics. There's a bunch of economicists in the chat. And yeah, it's very, very dirty talk. Is there actually, okay, there's no task about quarterly revenues. I was actually having nightmares about the last mission where we had to get 800,000 in revenues, and I was like, this is impossible. But it's not impossible if you do it right. Ooh, I have $2 in my account. Great. That's just great. I don't know if I'm not sure if you get into debt enough. Does the game actually, can the game actually be over by that point? Like, because I've seen sometimes it'll show you a negative number up here, but I'm not sure if there's some sort of like time limit as to how much debt you can have. Melody says, I don't like public transportation because of the people. I'd love trains to be improved in the UK, but I don't want to have to use them because one person ruins it for everyone else. Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, because one person decides it's appropriate to put their shitty feet on the chair and blast their music at full volume. Oh yeah. I guess it's not just that, but also people on public transit or any public space for that matter. When people see that sort of behavior where it's not like exactly against the rules, but it's kind of, you know, you're not supposed to do that. Most people, yeah, I think as a lot of you are, as most people are, you want to try to avoid confrontation too. So standing up to that person and saying, no, don't do that. More than likely, one, they're not going to listen to you because they're that kind of person. And two, you've kind of also made a scene where other people will turn around and look and say, what's going on over there? Yeah. I had that experience once. Ooh, story time. I was riding a bus maybe a few years ago on the way to work. And I was the kind of person who really hated all these people who didn't move to the back of the bus. It was the bus I took it's actually into downtown Vancouver. It's sort of, as you go along through all these stops, it accumulates more people, so more people start boarding on until the bus gets pretty much full most of the time. But there's always these idiots who move to the middle of the bus and they don't move any further, and it's so infuriating. Like, so basically one time I saw this lady, and I asked her, please. I was sitting on one of the chairs there, and I asked her, please move to the back, and I actually accidentally touched her in the arm, and she just had a freak out. Like, she was like, don't touch me, I think she thought I was like a pervert or something, but that's far from the case. And she started making all this huge scene. Everyone else was staring at us. Yeah, and after that point, I just thought, yeah, no, now I see why I shouldn't be confronting people like this, because you're just going to end up dealing with crazy people. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure if she was doing that trying to avoid her backing up the rest of the bus, or just she was just off the kilter. But yeah. Oh, game's still running. Anyway, that's my story. Oh, let's buy this mass production. That'll make our... How much cheaper does that make our locomotives? Okay. It's not bad. A $10,000 discount. That's going to help us a bit. Why is this thing having slow down issues? There's a supply tower right here. I wonder if I need another one. These trains are kind of acting funny. Okay, let's clone a fourth train. Or not. Why can't I... What the hell's wrong with this? I have $60,000, but it says I don't have enough money. Yeah. It says up there, I have $58,778, and it said price is 58. No, what? Okay, now it's green. I don't know why. Something weird of this game. All right, so there's our fourth freight train coming out of Toledo. It has to wait for the other train to go there. I see some other stories in chat here. Ellie says it's gotten worse over here in the UK because they've gotten rid of all the guards on the trains. They just have drivers now. Oh dear. Yeah. Chicago turns back.
Oh,
That's...
don't make such a fuss. A bit of bad press never hurt anyone.
I don't know, lady. You're kind of investing in the wrong stuff right now because there's no goddamn passenger service out of Toledo or Chicago. So yeah, feel free to waste your money on that fake news. Okay, like in Liverpool, Zambi says, like in Liverpool, we're going to get new trains on the Merseyrail network. People are rightly worried about the fact that guards will not be given a position on the train. Oh, you mean Liverpool. Whoops. Liverpool, especially at night, needs guards on trains. Yeah, I've never really... I've heard stories about the UK nightlife. I remember seeing there was that London Underground documentary where they showed what underground employees had to deal with on a London late night, and there are people. They're trying to. I remember one scene they were trying to close a station because the last train had left, but all the drunken people outside were still trying to get into, like, forcibly get into the station. Just idiotic, but yeah. Yeah, you guys have... I like you guys have a rough nightlife over there in the UK. Huh. Oh. I should unpause the game here. Okay, so our freight trains... They're making a little bit of money, not amazing amounts of money, because it is just sugar and corn. It's like making high fructose corn syrup or something. I don't think that's I don't know if that has been invented yet by 1910 though. And then over here we got these two trains. Oops, on signal mode. Yeah, they're doing okay. But I definitely want to connect up to Grand Rapids at some point. We're going to need at least 40,000 for the station, maybe another supply tower, because I'm noticing these trains are having some issues. And then money for the track, so we'll have to wait a little bit. Pine says, do you guys also have lots of homeless people on trains? Why, who stop by every single person asking for money? On Metro, at least in Vancouver, I've seen it happen on a couple times on the bus. Not so much on SkyTrain. They're pretty... We have security cameras everywhere, and there's also transit police. So I haven't really seen that too much, but it might be different at different times of the night. We've had some... Actually, over here, we've had some sexual predators, or just trying to people just trying to, you know, pick on ladies here. And just, you know, basically are run-of-the-mill creeps. And they've had, there's been some police reports of them trying to catch them or that sort of thing. LD says that one day I'd like to try high fructose corn syrup. It's not... Oh god, it's so common over here. There is actually now a pushback for actual real sugar drinks and real sugar products. There is a difference,
oh dear.
especially if
there
you...
seems to be a little problem with one of your locomotives.
Oh, will you shut up, lady? Why is this breaking down? I'm not really happy with this old mod. I think that's why it's called an old mod, because it's actually not this. That's a mallet. Yeah, this train sucks. Seems to be breaking down more often than usual. Headhunter, no, don't want that. Zambi says, I feel that here in the Netherlands, people are more likely to directly come up to you and ask for money. along with a story and everything. Oh, that's creative. In the UK, Liverpool anyway, where the homeless population is moving right now, people tend to just sit at the side of the streets and ask as you're walking by, mate, could you spare any change? Okay, let's build our Grand Rapids station. Yeah, I highly doubt I'm going to need any... Yeah, we're just going to have one station in Grand Rapids. I'm going to build them right in the middle here.
Well, everyone has to start somewhere.
Alright. Let's connect a track up, just to start off with.
You have connected cities with rails for the first time.
Connected cities with rails for the first time. That seems... I guess the weird thing about this scenario is by 1910 there should have been at least... I mean, we did it in the campaign where there should have been at least an existing railway, but it's kind of weird to start building these rails totally anew as if the cities never had rails before. At least we got that task done before the end of 1910, so that's pretty good. We have 2 more years until, or 2 or 3 more years until we need to get this steel going, so we better start thinking about that soon. The problem is I want to make sure I'm getting enough money from this stuff. I think we definitely need the express service. Oh, there's a connection bonus to Indianapolis now. So we definitely need that. Yeah. It's kind of a balance of I need to focus on... I'm not sure... The more I focus on these existing lines, hopefully I can get more money out of it. And then with the more money, then I can actually build up to here to start producing steel. But trying to connect up to Duluth is going to be... It's going to be a challenge. Okay. So I think we definitely want to upgrade this station. So that's going to be 60,000, and then we're going to have to build something in Grand Rapids, or build a track up to Grand Rapids. I mean, I could just put in some switches right now and then upgrade the station. Actually, maybe I'll do that right now. Let's do this. Just try to get the trains moving. Okay, I can't even afford that track, so I'll have to wait. Okay, looks like the chat conversation has shifted from homeless people and security on trains to sugar water and sweeteners. Yeah. I myself, oh, there's an express line there. Personally, for myself, I do use a sweetener. That's actually, it's called Mio over here. It's a, I think it has, yeah, sweetened with sucralose. So I add that to my water. I'm not sure if it, honestly not sure if it's better than fruit juice. It's a little cheaper, I think. Because, I used to drink a lot of fruit juice. Yeah, LD, yeah, that's exactly the kind of stuff I have. I've been trying to maybe drink some more tea instead, because with that you can get the flavor and also maybe not pump yourself with too many artificial stuff. Okay, let's build. I guess I'll build this track. And I'll start off by... You can start off with putting just these 2 signals in. But, yeah, this little gap here we have to fix later. Okay. Where are my trains? Hello? Hello. Okay. Let's get rid of that. I'm just gonna redo all of it. Grand Rapids actually... Oh, what the hell is this? Lubricant dispenser... Lubricant dispenser. My mind is dirty. But I'm not getting it, unfortunately, because I don't have enough money. Okay, I'm gonna copy this line and apply it to the other one. Pine says, I like my water plain, or then I have tea. Either nothing in it, or with a little bit of brown sugar. Okay. And Zambi says, I've seen flavored water in shops. So just make the water like that. Wow, two cups of tea and espresso. That's a lot. Yeah, having too much caffeine... I've noticed it myself. I personally don't like coffee very much. In some cases, I feel like it actually makes me more sleepy. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's the... But if I do ever get a drink, like maybe say like cola or maybe some really strong tea that does have lots of caffeine in it, I do feel its effects and doesn't really feel very good. To the point where I feel hyperactive. I've been kind of considering maybe when I do stream, like right now, maybe it might be good to have at least a little bit of caffeine in my body. But, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's get the Berkshire.
How sweet! You have a new toy.
Electric motor. Transportation fee per freight car by 8%. Yes, please. I would like more money. Ellie says, it gives me a huge boost. I have to be really careful though. It's so easy to overdose on caffeine. While Pine says coffee has a random probability between 3 effects. Sleepy, close to a heart attack, or slightly more focused. It's like one of those random potions you get in a RPG. You don't know what you're gonna get. It's like, like Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Berkshire. Alright. 62 miles per hour, that's not bad. Okay, we definitely... I'm trying to decide what I should build next, because, I mean, I could try to fill this gap in and add some more trains. Maybe that might be the next step. There's also a lack of cattle going to Toledo, so maybe we should build the cattle line next. I mean, then we can get some meat to feed onto these other lines. But, no, I can't get any more money, unfortunately. That's the thing with this game. It's the same thing I've seen in every scenario here. It's like, when you start off, it's very slow going, because you're just starting off with these lines. You're spending all this money on infrastructure, so you don't really have enough money to do very much. And then once you get, there's usually a tipping point at some point where you just make so much more money after that. You just, it doesn't really matter at that point. Like when we did the last scenario when we got the 800k, like I just needed to wait just a little bit just to get more money. Okay, I just hired this stoker. I should actually put him on some line. I think I might. Let's put him on this train here. Stoker, Moody, Oliver Lee. It just increases the maximum speed of the locomotive, which I'm not sure if is that useful on a freight train. Pine says, life sure is like a box of chocolates. Some people are like, I didn't ask for this, but here we are. Yep. You just shove a box of chocolates in their face and say, eat it. Eat it now. You must eat the chocolate. Okay, I think it's time to... I want to build a cattle line. I want to ship some moo-moos in to Toledo. So let's go do that. Should I... I was going to see if I can line it up. Okay, maybe we'll just put it right here.
Shouldn't you also leave a bit of room for more efficient rail systems?
Always a critic, that lady. So I could build... I mean, technically this line that I'm building right now should probably go to another station there. But I'm just gonna share this track here instead. Because I don't have the monies to do very much. Problem with this though is it's not quite as easy as I thought. I probably have to move this track a little bit. Ugh. Ugh. How do I remove a track by a shift click? Alright. I don't know why the track is whipping back and forth like that. That's not what I want it to do. Cancel better. A little bit more straight like that. Let's wait for the money to roll in. What are you guys talking about? What are you putting in your drinks? Safe dose. Oh, you're still talking about caffeine. Okay. Don't do drugs, kids. Okay, let's build this track, but oh, actually before I do that, I'm going to remove this signal cuz I think we might be able to move it in a little bit. Yeah, something like that, I guess. And then we'll move this signal here. Yeah, I'm not too happy with that. But I guess what I just want to do is just get a train up and running as soon as possible, so we'll wait for even more money to come in. And then we'll do that. Oh, I see. Okay. Zambi says, I've noticed that taurine is in basically every... I think that's how you pronounce it. Is in basically in every energy drink. I'm guessing the dose for that is small as well. Never really looked what it does, though. Why are you guys talking about snorting caffeine powder? Or... It seems like a gateway for something else.
You really should pay more attention to the maintenance of your locomotives.
I am. Alright, I guess I could. I could build another maintenance yard in Chicago. I think that's the problem right now, because I think if we just have it in Toledo, the train has to go all the way to Chicago and back. Or we can do that, so nothing we can do much about that right now. 30 loads of steel by 1913? I'm starting to get a little worried we're not going to make it. Because I'm not doing too well, too hot in terms of this line here. Uh-oh. Okay. If we're going to connect up to there, I'm just going to take a look. We need to go through Madison. There's a whole bunch of interesting little industries over here, which could be useful. But it feels like I need to just make a beeline for Duluth. Oh no, actually. There's actually... I forgot there's no... You can build separate railways. I don't have to connect Chicago to Duluth. But Duluth itself would need to grow to a point where I can build a steel mill there. So maybe we should start building a railway here at some point, just for other goods. So what's this thing? What is this? I've never seen this good. Cement. Huh. That's pretty unique. I've never seen that thing. There's some grain down here. There's wood over here. So we could start off by building a line, shipping wood to Duluth, also grain to Duluth. But also we have to be careful. By the time that this grows to 40,000, we need to be ready and build the industry and have enough money to build the industry, and that will cost us 400k, which we don't have at all. So, wow, you guys, you. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. You guys are still talking about caffeine there. Yeah, guys, don't everything in moderation, right? Like, don't use too much caffeine. Or other substances. Okay, let's set up our Moo train. Moo train. Old mod. Also need to build a supply tower for this one. But we'll get to that when we get the money. Yeah. Oh, I totally forgot. I did say in chat, but thank you, Not Sneaky, for the $10 or what? Yes, 1,000 bits. Much appreciated. Yeah. I should have said that at the beginning of the stream, but sometimes you just forget because you're trying to prep for the rest of the stream. I'm not sure if he's even still watching right now. Probably at work. Interesting. Okay, Pine has an interesting question. What about you? Have you been close to any addictions yourself? I'm not not in the standard case, I would say. Like, I mean, it's hard to I'd like to say I've never been addicted to anything, but then I always kind of second guess myself saying, have I ever been? I don't know. When it comes to smoking, never been into it. Don't like it. Never tried. And that includes any sort of smoking, tobacco, or other stuff. Drinking, I don't drink. I think most alcohol to me tastes like cough syrup. Not really tasty. I can the only kind of drink I can probably handle is like a very sweet cocktail, so a pina colada is probably good. But other than that, yeah, no, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. So in that sense, I'm pretty clean, I guess. When it comes to other things, though, like if I really like something like say video games, like you could argue maybe I do have a video game addiction. But then I question that because I know that I just use video games as a way of escape. Sometimes I don't feel like playing video games because
dear. There seems to be a little problem with one of your
sometimes I don't feel like
locomotives.
playing video games because of silly AIs try to mock me about how I'm running my railroad. But yeah, no, like in terms of like material abuse of substance abuse, no, I don't do that sort of thing. Video games, I don't know. Not sure. Like, probably not too, but I mean, this is the only thing I really do most of the time. Because I don't have any other hobbies or activities I can readily fall back on. So. Okay, got 200 innovation points. What else can we get? Increase the reliability of your locomotives. Oh yes, please. Because our trains suck right now, and maybe that'll get a old competitor lady to shut up. Pine says, I think for me, high school was... Oh, by the way, if you don't want me to say this on stream, do let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to read stuff off chat. So, do stop me before I go say this. But yeah, basically Pine is saying that high school was her drinking and smoking age, which for a lot of people it is. So, oh, and internet addiction. Yeah, that's another thing. Reddit is very bad for that sort of stuff because, oh boy, the amount of hours I've spent on Reddit, I'm pretty embarrassed about. Okay, I think it's time to... Is that carrying? What is that carrying? Okay, so there is a little bit of meat coming out of Toledo now because now we have the choo-choo train, or the moo-moo train, I should say. I'm gonna put a signal on here. And yeah, let's add a third train onto this. Well, actually, before I do that, I don't know. Maybe I should. Yeah, no, hold on. Crap. I'm gonna upgrade this station, and we'll fix the switches once that train leaves. Refund increases the number of passengers in the city. I'm gonna bid on that because I don't want her to get it. LD says, I don't have an addictive personality except for the MRT. The MRT is officially an addiction for me. Yeah. I don't know what is with...
just another one of your little mistakes, but could it be that you just placed a bid?
I don't know what is with the server that I founded, but there's certainly a lot of people who spend a lot of time on it. Mind you, a lot of them do get bored eventually. They move on to other things. We've had a slow cycle of different people come on and off lately. LD says, we calculate that I spend more time on the server than Thomas spends on Minecraft in total, including the Minecraft times he spends at work. Wow. Yeah. Well, LD, we gotta get you to do some other things. Because even I would say, I think you can... There's other things you could... As the owner of the server, I think... I would say you should find other stuff to do, too. Not that I mind that you're on the server, but... There has to be a balance, I would have to say. Then again, this is coming from someone who just sits at home and plays video games all day. I'm doing streaming now, but that's not necessarily any better. Can I blow this up? There we go. Okay, let's fix the signaling. Oh, come on. Fine, I'll build it there. Signal here. Okay, so now we have... Now the line to Grand Rapids is actually fully double-tracked. Oh dear, LD says, you are my other things, Frumple. Oh no. That's not good. Like... Because on one hand's the server, and then the other hand's the Friendly Friday stuff. It's like you're getting a double dose of me or something. Okay, I need another supply tower up here because for some reason this train is hungry for that sort of stuff. Looks like we're also transporting beer out of Grand Rapids, so that's good for Toledo, I guess. Come Come on. Oh, money. Give me money. I want more money. Okay. So we have the cattle line. I'm thinking... I think maybe the next step actually is to get the second station in Toledo, just so I can secure it. I'm very worried that the competitor will do some stupid thing and connect Louisville up to Toledo. And it's been known to do that. And at least separate the cattle train from the main line to Chicago. I'm noticing there is a few...
My spy brought me a real treat from your research department.
I'm sure you're proud. Okay. Because we have the cattle train merging onto this main line, yeah, don't really see it now, but I did see a bit of backlog a couple minutes ago. I see my name mentioned in chat a bunch of times. What are you guys doing? How much Frumple can you take before you overdose? Oh no. Oh, I see. LD says he'd spend time with another friend, but he's not doing too well at the moment. Let's set up Pine says let's set up an experiment with 24/7 Frumple exposure for science. I mean, I've seen streamers, they've tried to do 24-hour streams, or like sometimes some of them are for charity sometimes, just to see if they can handle it. I don't know if I would be able to handle that sort of thing though. That's just like how I am trying to be cognizant of not burning out from streaming. So you guys recall from last time on Sunday, I was talking about maybe increasing the frequency of my streams a little bit. Because right now it's about 3 days a week. Maybe bump it up to maybe 4 days a week or something. But I'm not sure when I'll be ready to do that. It's something I'm considering though. Zambi says 2 times 100 milligrams of Frumple per day, at least 5 hours apart. Yes, you gotta, not too much at one time. Must be consumed with a taco. Yes, that's very important. It is the prime delivery mechanism for me? That doesn't make any sense. So end of 1913. Okay, at some point we are going to build the lines around Duluth, or at least the wood, starting with the wood and the grain. I'm not sure if that's enough to grow the city though. There are some other options here. Well, that one actually has beer. That's pretty good too. We also need to ship the beer out of Duluth, which is going to be interesting. Oh, I just saw some very... Oh, here comes the Twitch not safe for work police. Uh-oh, guys. Can't have that around here. I was kind of wondering on the Discord that we have now, I wonder if there should be an explicitly not safe for work channel, because there is an option in Discord to mark your channels like that, and the name of that channel could be medium storage, because then people wouldn't understand what that meant. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's... Honestly, I don't know if that's a direction I want to take my channel in, because I want to be... You know me, I'm pure and I'm pure, innocent, and not just clean and not dirty, so... Yeah. Not sure. Yeah, for that sort of thing, I would have to be comfortable with that sort of thing before I do that. I don't want to turn this channel into a full fuckery of memes and sexual innuendo. That's it's a bit too much. Okay, let's build... Just wondering if I should build it next to that station or move it away. I think I'll just build it right in the center there. And then we're gonna have to wait for this train to get in there first. And then leave, and then we'll adjust the track over. What? LD says, how dare you, Frumple, you come online and lie to our face. I'm disgusted. What did I lie about? I'm not lying. What? I'm confused. Zambi says, Frumple's soul is as pure, as clear as a winter alpine lake. I wouldn't say go as far as to say that, but I mean, compared to you guys, oh boy. Innocent, pure, you revolt me. Hey, I have a public image to keep on. Actually, I kind of have to, or at least a professional image, because there is a general staff meeting for the MRT server this Saturday, and I don't even do that in those meetings either, because usually instead it's more like my disappointment in all the members because of yet another thing that they've done or something, which there will be in this meeting. There are some serious topics that we will be discussing, and it's not going to be all sunshine and roses, unfortunately. Object in use. Okay, well, let's wait for that train to go in. Okay, is it in use anymore? Why is it still in use? The train's left. They really need to fix this object in use thing, because the train's not even going in that direction and it's still whinging about that. There we go. You have to those signals in, apparently. Okay, and oh. Should I go get that corn and go down to Louisville? No, I think we're okay with the one train for now. I will change the itinerary of this, though, because it's a different station now. Toledo 2. And we'll also rename our stations a little bit. So let's go Toledo North. And Toledo Central. Oh no, Pine! Do not write any fan fiction, please. Oh God. The Corruption of Frumple, Chapter 1. Who's to say I'm already corrupted? I'm already corrupt official on the server. I have gotten accused of that by some naive members on the server. Zambi says, I wonder how many servers have a monthly staff meeting. I think it's a really nice touch. Certainly helps the server being a relative haven compared to other Minecraft servers. Yeah, it was kind of an idea. I don't think I didn't think of it. It was definitely one of the staff. It might have been actually Chief, I think. It was sort of a... It started off just mainly as a get-together of staff, just to make sure we're on the same page about certain topics, or if we needed to make any rule changes. I mean, I have the final say on when I want to make a rule change, but it's usually not a great idea just to arbitrarily do that without at least consulting the other staff first about it, because if they're not comfortable with it, then they will probably not enforce those rules or make those sort of changes. So it's just a way to try to be collaborative. And then initially they were just really just private staff meetings that no one else knew about. But eventually we expanded them to also make announcements at that meeting. So it turned into this sort of public portion spectacle that you see on stream, and we've been recording that in audio for the last I think 5 years, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So the money's starting to roll in. I'm going to... I don't know if I should start building this track here. Maybe... Because we're getting into 1912 here, and I'm getting a little worried about this. So... Sorry, I'm burping a lot because breakfast was tasty this morning. Yeah, I think... Not sure if we should go for grain first or that stuff. Yeah, let's go for the wood first. And build a little station here. And let me just double check my... So there's no... It's a big forested area, but there's no hills here, so this is pretty good. And we'll build an opposing station in Duluth. Though I have to probably do something like this, because we want to connect to that grain as well. So something like that. And then we'll wait for the money to pour in so we can connect it up. Ooh, Duluth already grew. 20,000, so we need another 20,000 people in Duluth. And now we can unlock some other stuff. Electric lighting increases the transportation fee per freight car. That's a good one to get. Yeah, we're definitely getting this one next. We have to wait another 2 months for that. Pine says, what did I have for breakfast? It was leftovers, eggs. It's an omelet with bread, yogurt, banana. I had a pretty balanced breakfast today, actually. Usually I just have oatmeal or something, or very simple. But no, I had leftovers, so I ate them. Yeah. Pine says, wow, that's nice. I had a cup of tea. That's not breakfast, Pine. There's where's the solid part of that breakfast? Where's the food part of that breakfast? That cup of tea is not food. It's... I forgot to buy cereal and real food, so... Oh yeah, the student life. Yeah. Oh, whoa, I want that. Connection bonus 100,000, and it's just right next to my track. Ooh, yeah, money. Okay, I'm gonna grab that money. Let me get a little bit more money so I can... This is so cheating, but screw it. I just build a little station there, and then we do this, and free money. And we don't even... I could even just blow up this station and blow up the track, and then eventually, we've seen in other scenarios, sometimes the connection bonus will come back again. So, yeah, no, we just got some free money. Nice. So with the free money, I can now actually build my line from Duluth to the wood. So I'm actually wondering, maybe I should, because it's kind of on the way to these places here. Not sure if I should build the stations for these things first. Okay, no, we're gonna make a separate line for this because I have a suspicion that we might want to connect Duluth to another city. Maybe... Oh geez, there are not many other cities here. There is Rochester, but it's over a river. But there's also Fargo way over here, so we could connect Duluth to Fargo, and that way beer can be transported over to Fargo. So that's why so by doing this, we'll have a separate line, and then we'll build maybe other little lines that'll be separate or branch off this one here. Okay, so we build this thing. I mean, I could build a train now, but we need a maintenance yard and a supply tower, and that's even more money, so... By the way, a question for you guys. So, we're talking about changing the time for the stream, or trying to do streams maybe for, well, not you guys in the European time zones, but also like all for the folks in the American time zones. For you guys, because I usually start at 11 a.m. my time, which is not bad for me, but I have the option of just doing it a little earlier, so like maybe move it back to 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. even. Would that be, for you guys, would that be a better option? Like, for you guys, I'll probably be around 5, 6 p.m., depending on where you live. 8 p.m. is ideal? Okay. Alright, if I don't have to change it, then I won't, but... just wondering if it makes it more convenient for you guys over there, over across the pond. Okay, I'm just gonna set up the line right now because this is getting silly. Not getting enough money. Mod. Zambi says, "Oh yeah, this works fine for me." Okay. Yeah, mind you, for some of you like Pine, like you guys do have to leave part way, and I do stream further. There seems to be this sort of, like toward the end of my stream, I'm not sure if there's, it's kind of this weird spot where it's like all the Europeans are going to sleep and all the Americans are just getting out of work and school, so there's kind of a lull, it seems. So, I mean, the way to solve that is maybe have two different streams, one for morning and one for night, and see what happens there. I did download, after not playing that game, I did download Team Fortress 2 again and tried playing on some random servers. Definitely not as, personally not as fun as when I last played it.
I love Doc McTasty's extra creamy cream confections.
Yeah, you go eat that. So I might try to do maybe a separate, I guess, night stream, I guess, for me. Maybe on different days of the week. Play some TF2. Though I personally would prefer to play with regulars or people I know. There's some people I do know or used to know on the server I used to play on, because it does make a huge difference, because with regulars you know that player and you know that they're at least competent, whereas when you play with randoms, sometimes you get some not so great players. Yeah, TF2 is fun. It's an old game. Obviously not as popular now because there are other games like Overwatch, which I could never get into. It's way too much going on in that game. Too many classes, too much silly stuff. Whereas TF2 is a very, very solid, it has the right amount of variety, the right amount of strategy, and it does have I'm not sure if it's as strong now, but it did have a competitive scene as well. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Let's build a supply tower. This one I think I'm gonna build actually over here, because I want to, for this case I do maybe want to share this with the trains going to the coal mine and iron mine eventually. And we'll also build a maintenance yard in Duluth. I can actually select the station. So that took up almost all our money, unfortunately. I think the next one we'll build is a train to this grain farm. And then just keep on building, and also we have to keep an eye on this population here. As soon as it hits 40,000, we have to be ready to pounce on it to get the to buy our steel mill. Otherwise, some private owner is going to come in and take that, and I'm going to be really pissed if that happens. Zambi says, I've never played TF2, but I used to play a ton of Capture the Flag in Minecraft, which was based on TF2. Oh, I see, yeah. Yep, I remember. I don't know if I've played that before, but... Oh, increase the reliability of a train. Oh, that's useful. Hire that person. Resources missing. Not sure what that thing was about. Slowed to equipment. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to... We had 2 trains on this line here. This guy... I thought I had a... There's already a stoker on one of these. Yeah, this one. So we can put the other stoker on this one, I guess. Sign that one. Yeah, Duluth is growing quite a bit. I'm not sure if I should connect the grain train yet, because I don't think we'll have enough money. We're not making enough money at this point to really get that industry easily. So maybe it might be time to just focus on some of these other lines here. We are coming up on this goal though, and I'm a little bit concerned we're not gonna make it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose this mission, honestly, because I don't think I did it right. Okay. Let's add a couple more trains. On this line here, let's clone this guy here. So that one's gonna load up in... Actually, it's loading up in Grand Rapids. A whole bunch more beer. Oh, hey, Fred. Fred says, a water main busted and my bus had to take a much longer route and I'm stuck in traffic. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Fred, I did also...
Dear. There seems to be a little problem with one of your locomotives.
Fred, I did PM you a link to our new Discord, which is for subscribers and regular viewers. I decided to make it for regular viewers too, because I know that some subscribers don't subscribe or are unable to subscribe. Or maybe they have subscribed but they can't anymore because of financial difficulties and all that sort of stuff. So I decided to make it, yeah, let's open it up to regulars and people who are active in chat. I know some other streams, they have Discords, but they're solely restricted to subscribers, but obviously I don't think that's going to be really beneficial for us, since I don't have that many subscribers anyway. Titanic sinks. Oh, well, that's when it happens. 1912, following collision with iceberg. Yep, unfortunately Leonardo DiCaprio lost his life in that accident and was never seen again. So his face was too damn pretty. Okay. I'm trying to think what else I can do here. I'm just looking at some of these trains. This train's full. That one's heading back. This one's relatively... It's not taking sugar into Chicago, so I think we can definitely add a couple more trains onto this main line here. Because I'm noticing there's no sugar being loaded at Thompson. I actually don't think any sugar is being loaded. So, another stoker. Increase the maximum speed. I'll hire him. I think for this one I'll actually put him on the this train over here. Electric locks increases profits from transported mail. I think I'm not going to buy that. I have enough money for a locomotive. I want to try to get that right now. Let's go clone this train. Oh gosh, that train breaks down a lot. Bambi says, I'll never let you go. And then you let go. Yeah. Oh, geez, that movie is old. I think I remember when I last saw it. Okay. I think the next... Okay, Duluth is actually already at 30,000. And it kind of disturbs me a little bit. I'm kind of hoping it stops growing so I don't have to rush in and try to get that industry. I think the next extension will probably be to Louisville. We're going to try to build a second station here next to the competitor. We'll connect up to this corn, and then we'll add more trains onto this line here. Because I also think we need... I think we need to also ship some more cattle into Toledo as well. So we got 3 trains on this, 5 trains over here. Yet 1997 is pretty old, Zambi. At least for me, anyway. Feels like it was ages ago. And also Celine Dion. Ugh. Personally, for me, I can't really stand Celine, even though she is a Canadian. Just her music seems...
Oh, it looks like one of your trains has a problem.
not my kind of music. So positive and bleh. Kind of makes me want to throw up. I remember I used to actually play piano when I was a kid, and one of the songs that I was, I'll say, forced to play by my piano teacher was one of those Celine Dion songs, and after you play it for so long, you just get so tired of it. I can just imagine, the words and just like as if, like, you know, you're listening on the radio, but I don't even know what the words are. Okay, let's build a large train station here. These train stations are expensive. And, okay, we need to upgrade this station, build the tracks between these two stations, build a station here, and then build a track there. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of this. I might maybe go ahead and double this track right now, because adding another cattle train would definitely help a little bit, I think. Anyway, so yeah, if you're, I'll just do the little spiel here. If you're watching the stream right now, thanks for watching. Been live for about almost 2 hours now. The next stream for this week, or next 2 streams, the next one will be on Friday. We'll be playing some Friendly Friday. LD, I'm going to try to set up, I'm going to try to work on setting up that open TTD server, a dedicated server. Eventually, I think I want to set it up on, well, I'll set it up on the machine where the MRT server is hosted on, and eventually maybe open up to the public at some point. But we can use tomorrow and Friday as a test run to see if it'll work. And after Friday, well, actually, we might also invite some other people if you want to join in on that open TTD stuff. Probably the best way is if you're a member of the Discord, then you can go discuss on there, and we'll try to get you on there. Hey, TCTC, thanks for the 100 bitso. And you did, in fact, come in like a wrecking ball. TCTC, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a Discord link. I just set one up. But let me go finish this track for a sec here. There we go. Give me 1 second while I go push some buttons here. There we go. Yeah, so TCTC, no, I got it. Whatever. Thanks, LD. But, I'll do this for a little bit, but, so basically, yeah, we have a new Discord just for people on the stream, so you can contact each other offline and share per pervy, I'm sorry, not pervy, interesting stories with each other. It's also a way for me to post when I'll be live, my schedule. For those people who don't follow me on Twitter or can't be arsed to look on the schedule on my channel. And yeah, it'll be kind of like a sub-community of the MRT in some ways. It's kind of a sort of this Venn diagram where there's people, most of the people here are from the MRT, except for TCTC, and hopefully some others, if we can attract them. But, yeah. Yeah, TCTC, you missed some very interesting discussion earlier in the stream. People are being naughty. Okay, I'm gonna... Maybe I should have built the second train already. Let's put some signaling in. Oh, thanks for the bits, Fred. Are you guys trying to buy me for ASMR? Because I remember last time you guys did it. Now I feel obligated to provide ASMR, which I'm not opposed to, but if you guys want ASMR, I can try to do it. Ooh. LD says we need a Discord channel called Play With Us where we put game links or whatever. What do you mean by game links, LD? Do you... I guess we can discuss it after the stream, but I'm curious what you mean there. Ooh, that's a lot of different people we can hire. Reduce maintenance requirements for locomotive. Oh, that's a good one. Increase reliability of train. Yes, please. Whoa, where do all these people come from? Maximum speed and... oh, more reliability. LD says like server IPs or links to online games like Secret Hitler. Oh yes. I'm probably gonna do another MRT stream for Jackbox games at some point, like the one we did on New Year's Eve. Yeah, New Year's Eve. Yeah, it was New Year's Eve. I'm not sure when's a good time to do that. Okay, let's do a little bit of rejigging. We know that there's a maintenance issue on some of these trains, or at least they seem to have some issues. Actually, can I do it on... maybe on the main line? Might be a better one to do it on. So, let's see. No task. This one's maintenance. Just trying to see here. Stoker. Let's move the happy one here. Dynamic. Okay, so you see here there's a... because the Stoker is happy and the engineer is dynamic, they actually have a positive effect on each other. So, that'll help. That actually improves the maintenance of this train quite a bit. Yeah, oh, I see what LD, yeah. They're basically games for you guys to play on your own. Yeah, we can make a channel for that. I'll set that up after the stream. Okay, yeah, I want to do some ASMR a little bit, but I also want to try to finish this scenario, or at least I'm actually kind of panicking a little bit because I don't think we're gonna make we're not gonna make this goal of transporting steel, I think. Oh, it's transporting... shit. I just realized the goal says transporting steel, doesn't say produce steel. So, and there's also no... I'm pretty sure there's no existing steel mill we can try to latch on. Oh, there's one. It's in Toledo. Problem is Toledo doesn't... there's iron over there. But coal is... I don't know if I can try to maybe cheat my way out of this. There is coal way down here. It's actually not that far away. Yeah, TCT, the Jackbox is full of inside jokes, because it's usually mostly MRTers. But, yeah. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to cheat a little bit, because... Well, not cheat, but... I know my original plan was to build a steel mill in Duluth, but that is, I think, prohibitively expensive, and also, we need to ship the steel out from there. And... I don't think it's really possible to do that. I also have to transport steel out of it. Which I guess the steel could go to the car industry in Chicago. So maybe we're covered there. But I'm basically going to change strategy here. We're going to build... Maybe I should have kept that station here. We're going to ship the iron down to Toledo, because there's already a steel mill here. And I'm going to see if I can actually connect to this coal down here. It's a bit far. We're going to... let's finish... I'm going to finish this line to Louisville, at the very least. And then go from there. Okay, let's put our station here. What? The City Council of Louisville is refusing you permission to build a station here as you haven't connected a station in Duluth? What the f... Are you fucking kidding me? So I have to connect from Toledo all the way to Duluth, and then it'll let me connect there? What kind of bullshit is that? That's really stupid. Then that kind of makes... Basically, we can't feed any of these goods into Louisville. So it kind of screws up our line here. Ooh, can we go to Indianapolis instead, maybe? Because if we do that, then we can ship... that doesn't kind of... Like, we can ship at least some of the corn there. Maybe. This line's kind of a... Oh dear. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna see if this is gonna work. I'm gonna build a station in Indianapolis. Okay. The City Council of Indianapolis is refusing because you have to connect to Duluth as well. Is it because I built in Duluth first? Maybe building this line was a mistake, actually. Because now I have the feeling the game's confused. Usually you build your railway organically from where it's existing, but because I built this line way over here, it probably got confused and said, oh no, you got this thing over here, you better connect the rest of your train first before we can accept this. I think that's what happened here. Crappity crap. Okay. So in that case, I guess we'll just, I connected to this corn farm anyway, so I might as well just build the rest of this track for now. Actually, first I need to upgrade this. And then connect this there. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to I'm at this point. I think we're gonna have to restart the scenario at least once, because I think I've done goofed here. Put our signals in. Though I'm not sure if we restart the mission. I'm not sure what other strategy we can use. I know that last time we had a lot of passenger service, and that was actually pretty profitable for us. So we could instead maybe build this express line first, and then build the freight lines next. That might be a better way of doing it. Okay, we're going to use this track also. We're going to use this track, or the station here, as a jumping off point to get to this coal, if we can. It's going to be a bit of a nasty thing. We have to go up this hill, across these rivers, and then over here. Kind of avoiding both of these cities where our competitor is. Nope, another Stoker. Dominant Stoker. I'm just gonna hire everybody here. Carefree. And okay, let's actually assign these to some people. Actually, where's my cattle train? There it is. So if we add, we have so many Stokers, but not enough engineers. So we got, you know, a lot of these people are not doing very much. Let's add her onto here. Okay. Let's see. Is this? Oh, Toledo Central also doesn't have any maintenance yard. Ooh. Okay, I guess I have to build that as well. Conductor. What's this? Electric maintenance. I can skip the Texas and go for that. I think I'm gonna get this thing. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'm going to let's build a station here and then build a dedicated train just for this iron mine. Or yeah, iron mine. And then we'll just have to wait to get enough money to connect down here. But yeah, I think this whole Duluth business was a mistake. I should not have built this thing in the first place. So okay, let's build a station. If not, I should just left the station as it is. And I don't think I have enough money for track, or maybe I do. Okay, I can build that, but I need enough money for a switch here. Yeah, if we do end up restarting, I'll take a break before we try this again. Okay, so switch here. And then that and that. Okay. Actually, we can probably put one more over there. I mean, when we restart this mission, I'm gonna have to do all this all over again. Or maybe we will do the express line and then we'll fill in the rest of the freight lines later. Nope, engineer. Timid engineer. I wonder if I can add that to maybe these guys. Okay, so those two don't have any effects on each other, but that's better than nothing. Do you guys want some ASMR? I guess you do. Of course you do. What am I even asking? Alright, let's do the rest of this mission with ASMR because you know, it's a fun thing to do.
I had biscuit today for lunch, and it was fantastic.
She's fat. She should stop eating so much. Okay, so we're going to go build a train from this iron mine over here. But I need more money. So I have to wait for these trains to drop off their moo-moos. And then they'll give us money. There's the money. Okay. Now we can do this. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to set up a line from Jenkins Quarry all the way to Toledo. Toledo North, actually. Be freight only. We have to add a locomotive. What kind of locomotive should we add? I guess we'll just go off an old mod. Oh, look, it's loading up the iron. Look at all that iron. I don't know if ASMR is really appropriate for this game because there's all these choo-choos making loud noises, so it's not very easy to listen to the ASMR. So maybe I won't do it in this game. In Astroneer was a better idea, but Turn up that steam on the ASMR? No, that means the trains will be louder. That's not exactly what I want. Okay, so we have iron going into Toledo. I mean, it actually already has some iron, this industry has, or the industry, because there's traditional methods of transportation that's taking the iron to Toledo already. The problem is coal, and coal, I'm not sure what we can do about that. Oh, well, we do know, but we just have to build all the way down here. 5 out of 7? Wow. Okay. Do I really want to try? I feel like I'm... after we transport the 30 loads of steel, we have to transport gasoline, which I actually haven't shown you. There is oil on the map, just like in the black gold scenario. It's actually way down here. Actually, 1, 2... There's a third one somewhere. Yeah, over here. You have to take this and you have to turn it into petroleum, or gasoline, I guess in this case. And there is a building for that. Yeah, refineries. And that has to be built in some city. And I don't know, that seems... I'm really feeling I should restart the scenario because I don't think we're gonna make it. Though maybe that's just me whining again. Don't think I've done this right. The fact that we can't get to Louisville and all that, I think that's really hobbling this train here. TCTC says, wait, you haven't seen that meme? No. Well, I think I've seen it, but I'm not really familiar with it. Yeah, ASMR is more of a Astroneer thing. You could sing some nice tunes here for us instead. I don't sing. I'm not a singer. I can hum things, but singing is not my forte. I didn't go to choir when I went to high school. I did art instead. No, this is not good. That's iron. Let's see if we can do this. Health insurance. No, I don't want that. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to see how much this track is going to cost us because I'm a little worried about this. Let's put this as far as we can. And yeah, this coal mine's on a hill, and there's going to be... This bridge across is going to be hell as expensive. Ooh. That's already $180,000. And then we have to go along here, past Louisville, and then up this hill here. That's already going to cost us. That's as much as that's as much as the much as building an industry there. Oh, TCTC, you can use the Discord. And I think links are allowed on there, so you should be able to link it on there. I can take a look later. But okay, I think I'm gonna make a decision here. I think I'm going to restart this mission. This is not going as well as I think it could go. I focused mainly on freight trains, but these freight trains are not... They've been breaking down quite a bit more, and you can see they're not making very much. Like this main line here with the sugar and corn, it's not the best. Like if I saw maybe more like 2,000, 3,000 in terms of profit per week, then I'd be a little bit happier. But this has been kind of lackluster. This line over here is doing a little bit better. Mainly because I think it's shorter and it also delivers grain grain to Grand Rapids. So beer is actually also coming out of Grand Rapids. So that's a good line. Maybe we will build this one. But I'm wondering if I should instead just build the express line down here. And because passenger service, we've seen that make us a lot of money before. We definitely saw it in the last mission. So maybe by focusing on that first and then filling the gaps of freight, that might be a better plan. And obviously, we're not gonna build to Duluth. This was a mistake. It sounds like if we want to get to this goal of transporting steel, we definitely need to connect to this iron mine, and we probably need to connect down to that coal mine. I'm gonna see if there's another alternative. Yeah, there's another one on the other side of the hill, but that's... Why would you go to that one if you just go to this one? And that's pretty much the only other coal mine, so... Yeah. I do have 178,000 now, but I don't think that's quite enough. Because this thing costs 330,000. We're not going to be able to get this goal in time. So, oh well, that's another failure on my part, but at least we tried it. So what I'm going to do is let's take a little 5-minute break, and we'll restart the mission. We'll start off by building an express line first, I think, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, so 5-minute break. So don't go anywhere.